Hello everyone, it's Josh from TradingPriceAction.com. Today's video I'm going to be doing the week ahead from November 24th through November 29th. Now before we get started, I just want to say that the site has been down. It was down, Friday night to about late Saturday night. So it's about down for a day, and that's because there's some problem with my hosting for my website. So I'm sorry for any inconvenience that it's caused any of you guys, and I'm sorry for the people that visited my site while it was down. I feel really bad about it. So I'll be working hard to make sure that does not happen again. So once again, I'm sorry, and hopefully it will not happen again. Now let's get into the week ahead report. Now before we start, I'm just going to do a quick update on both my trades I'm currently in. The first trade is going to be on the Canadian dollar Swiss franc 4-hour chart. Now on this chart, remember I entered on this pin bar right here, and since then prices have dropped down here. At the moment, prices are at my right around my fifth take profit level right here. And now you see they haven't closed below my fifth take profit level, but they are getting close. So at the moment, I am about 145 pips up on the trade at the moment. So this trade has been doing very good, right? Within the past couple of days since I entered it. Well, since I entered it, I entered on the pin bar right here. Since then, prices stayed right up there, but then this big bearish bar started a major downtrend, and since then prices have dropped like crazy. I've set my two new take profit levels. If I zoom out, you can see, get a better look at it. My next two take profit levels are here and here. As you see, this is the bottom of any recent prices, so this is at the very bottom right here. So I might decide to take my final profit right here, but I have not decided yet. I'll decide once prices reach that and see what the market tells me. And my other take profit levels right here. As you can see, we have a couple touches throughout here, pin bar touch, and touches right here. So that's just a quick update on my trade on the Canadian dollar Swiss franc 4-hour chart. So I'll be updating this trade again once prices close below this, which would be my 5th take profit level. And then I'll be moving my stop loss up from my 3rd take profit level to my 4th take profit level to lock in even more pips. Then my other trade that I'm in is on the daily chart, and that is the European Australian dollar. And I've been in this trade for about 2 weeks now. I entered on this pin bar right here, and it shot up right away to my first take profit level, but then since then it has been kind of slow. But then the last 2 days of last week, we really saw the bulls take over in this market, and the prices have closed above my 3rd take profit level. So that means I've moved my stop loss up to my 3rd take profit level. So that means I have locked in over 335 pips, which is better than 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. So then we're going to be looking for prices to come up here. This my 4th take profit level, which would also be my final take profit level. So once prices hit this level on the chart, even if it's just briefly and just touches it, I'll be exiting the trade. So I set my my exit right here. Once prices come up and hit here, I'll be exiting the trade, and that would make for a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio on this trade. So both these trades I'm in right now have locked in profits, and I'm looking for them to continue in the way that I'm hoping, and to lock in even more profits and pips. So that's it for my 2 trades. As you can see, I've got a couple winning trades on my hand at the moment, and before these 2 winning trades I was struggling in the month of November, and since then, just with these 2 trades, I have gone back to break even, and I'm now into profit for November. So as you can see, if you just follow through with your price action trading strategy that you have, in the end you will become profitable. You just have to be patient and just keep taking trades that you would normally take, and just stick to your trading plan, and you will be fine. So that's it for my trade updates. Now we're going to be looking at the report that we should be the report for the week ahead, and what we should be watching for, a couple of charts that we should be watching for in the upcoming week. The first one, and the only one on the 4-hour chart, is the US dollar Canadian dollar. Now before we get started, I just want to show you that yes, there is a pretty big bearish pin bar that's formed right here on the daily chart. But as you can see, there is some major traffic all throughout here that's really putting me away from this trade. That just makes me not just stay away from it. That's why I'm looking to long this trade at the moment. So if we take a look, you can see I marked this support zone right here. As you can see, we have wick touch here, 3 wick touches right here, 3 more wick touches right here, and then 2 wick touches right here. So all throughout here, prices respected this resistance zone, and then finally right here, this resistance zone got broken, and now prices have dropped back down. Now what I'm looking for in this chart is for prices to continue down and hit this resistance turn support zone. Once prices hit this support zone, we'll be looking for a bullish price action trade setup to reject this area on the chart, and then we're going to look to go long. Also, this at the moment, this current trend in this market is go up, so this would be a good place to get into this trend and go up. So that's what I'm going to be looking for on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. And remember that yes, there is a bearish pin bar that's formed right here, but I'm staying away from shorting this pair as there's a bunch of traffic right in this area. So I'm going to be looking to go off this resistance zone and back up. And as you can see, if we do that, there's some bars here and some bars here, but after this area on the chart right here, there's not anything that would interfere with the trade from going up. So that's why I'm looking at this trade, as there's a lot of potential behind this trade to make a lot of pips. Change that back to 4 hour, and then we will head on over to the daily charts, where we'll be taking a look at, let's see, 5 other currency pairs. So the first one, actually we're not going to be looking at this one. I didn't really like this, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, so I took it out. So we're going to be looking at 4 other currency pairs on the daily chart. So the first one we're going to be looking at is the British pound US dollar. Now in this chart, as you can see, prices are stuck within this box right here at the moment. They are stuck inside this box and keep hitting the bottom of the range and the top of the range, and just going back and forth. Hit the top of the range, come back down, hit the bottom of the range, come back up, hit the top of the range, come back down, hit the bottom of the range, and then right here hit the bottom of the range again. So now, as you can see, so prices are ranging within this box right here. So what I'm looking for on this chart is for prices to bust through the top of this range right here, so bust through this resistance zone, and then pull back and retouch the top of the range or the broken resistance turn support zone, and then look to go long if a bullish price action trade setup forms, rejecting the top of the range and the support zone right here. Now I really like this trade setup. As you can see, prices are they're not in an uptrend, but as you can see, they're more of an uptrend than a downtrend. So there's a little bit of bullish momentum in the market right now. So if it can bust through the top of this range and then retest it and go back up, it'll just, this bullish momentum that's in the market will give this trade a little boost to continue up. And another thing, I really like these trades where markets trend are ranging, and then when it comes out of the range and then retest the top or the bottom of the range. I really like these trades as they are very highly successful. There's a very good probability of these trades working out if they do retest and form a price action trade setup. So that's what I'm going to be looking for on the British pound US dollar daily chart. So we'll be watching that closely. As you can see, prices are getting really close to the top of the range. The next pair we're going to be looking at is the US dollar yen. Now, on all the yen pairs, there's a lot of bullish momentum in all the yen pairs at the moment. So we're going to be trying to take advantage of that. So we're going to be trying to get in on a pullback. So on this pullback, we're going to be looking to enter right on this support zone right here. So we're looking for a pullback to this support zone. Then we're looking for a bullish price action trade setup to form, rejecting this support zone, and then we're going to look to go long. Now I like this support zone for a pullback, or this area right here for a pullback, because as you can see, we have a touch right here that respects this area in the chart, wicks right here all respecting this area in the chart, and if we go back a little bit farther, we'll see that we have more areas on the chart where prices respect it, right here and right here. So as you can see, this area has been respected on the chart before, and since it's been broken, it gives us a great place to look for a pullback and retest of the area. So it gives us a good place to look for a bullish price action trade setup to form after a pullback. So that's what we're looking for on the US dollar yen pair. Now there's going to be two more currency pairs. The next one is the Australian dollar New Zealand. Actually, the next one we're going to be looking at try to go in order of how I wrote it. Next one we're looking at is the US dollar Singapore dollar. Now this one's not really a trade scenario, this is more of a trade setup that's formed. As you can see right here, there's a bearish pin bar that's formed, rejecting a pretty solid resistance zone. As you see right here, prices respect the resistance zone and shoot down. Right here, prices hit the resistance zone and shoot down. Now this is formed more of a kind of a double top right here. So we're going to be looking to sell this currency pair right here. Now the only thing that's not really in the favor of this trade is that there is a minor support zone that's not right below where I'd enter this trade, but it's pretty close. So I mean, we just gotta be watching out for this area on the chart if we do decide to sell this off this bearish pin bar right here. So just be careful of this area on the chart, and I'm pretty confident that prices will go through this area on the chart, but it's just something to look for if prices get stalled right there. And another thing, this market's not ranging at the moment. As you can see, it's still in a downtrend, but there is a little bit of traffic right within this area that we got to be also keep an eye on. But both the traffic and this support zone right here are pretty minor, so there's nothing really too big to be worried about. But so yeah, this pin bar is rejecting this resistance zone right now, and I think this is a good place right here to get into this trade to go short. Now my ideal place for it to actually, let's just take a look. Now we see that there's also a pretty good downtrend that started at the moment. As you can see, a big sell off, pull back, come down, pull back, come down, and then right here it looks like there's the downtrend stalled for a little bit, but it looks like it's going to be continuing right here and then continue down on the downtrend. So I really think prices can easily make it down to this bottom level right here. Right in this area right here, I really think prices could make it down to this area on the chart, and that would be over 142 pips. So there's a good risk reward ratio within this trade if prices come all the way down here. So that's what I'm going to be looking for if I do decide to enter this trade. And if I do decide to enter this trade, you'll know that I'll also post a trade update on my website, so just be looking out for that if I do enter this trade. And then to wrap up the report, we're going to be looking at one more currency pair, and that currency pair will be on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar daily chart. Now I've been watching and stalking this currency pair for a while now, as there's a major support zone right here. We have a wick touch here, a touch here, and a touch here, a touch here, and then we've been watching to see what prices do at this area on the chart. Now on the most recent daily bar on Friday, prices broke right through this support zone for the first time. As you can see, prices have always been this resistance zone or support zone has always been respected by prices. Now with this last daily bar right here, it decided to not respect the support zone and bust right on through. So now we see that, we know that this chart's ready to continue down. I mean, this is a major downtrend that the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, yen is in at the moment. So this is just a lot of bullish momentum in the market, and this tells us that it's ready to continue down after a little bit of stalling in this area right here. As you can see, this market was actually even ranging right here. As you can see, to come down, up, down, up. So the market was actually ranging within this area right here, and has broke through the bottom of the range. Now what we're going to be looking for is for prices to pull back and retest this broken support turn resistance zone, and then if we get that, we're going to be looking for a bearish price action trade setup to form, and then we will enter short. This is going to, if this trading scenario does unfold and then a bearish price action trade setup does form rejecting this will be a very high probability trade setup that will be forming, as there's a major bearish momentum in the market, and there's a lot of room. If we zoom out, I'll go on the weekly chart, you can see that there's a lot of room. We have to go all the way to the monthly chart to see just how much room this chart has. And you can see there's nothing within this area. Mind yourself, this is on the monthly chart, so there's nothing right within this area. So if prices do come down and retest this and come down, there is a lot of room for this market to continue down right here. So just watch for this. So if we can get into this trade and sell this right here, there is a chance for a lot of pips and a lot of money to be made on this trade. So just make sure you're watching this trade and keeping a close eye on it, as there is a good chance that it could retest this broken support zone and then form a bearish price action trace up, and then we would enter short. So just keep a close eye on this currency pair, as this is probably one of the main currency pairs I'm going to be watching within the next week, as I find this as a very high probability trade setup that could be forming in the near future. So that wraps up the week ahead for the week of November 24th through the 29th, and this is the last trading week of November. So let's try to make it a good one, everyone. I'll be back on Monday for Monday's currency spotlight, so I'm pretty excited for next week to be making all those videos for you guys. Remember that the membership site is coming December 2nd, so if you want to get a discount, make sure you sign up for my newsletter and you'll receive a discount. And that wraps up for today's currency spotlight, or for the week ahead. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys have, make sure you guys leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of it and what charts you will be watching for the upcoming week, as I love reading all you guys' comments. So that wraps it up, everyone. So safe trading this week, and I'll talk to you guys soon.